Kuatsi hopa, kaitawa hopa wa yenishita. Hello everyone, happy Friday. I am Loren Aragon, owner and designer of Aconav, and this is our second installment of our video log series here at aconav.com, and welcome. Today I'd like to talk about culture, culture as it pertains to where I'm from, the Acoma Pueblo, and its influence on my work in art and in fashion. Acoma is located in New Mexico. It's one of the 19 pueblos and a recognized tribe here in the Southwest. Acoma is a term that is derived from the name of the people, which is Acome, and the place itself, which we call in our Keres language, is Aco, which means a place prepared. So the Acoma Pueblo is set atop on a mesa and was built there by our ancestors. So it's actually considered one of the oldest continually inhabited civilizations in the North America. And the homes are Pueblo style or apartment style, Pueblo being the Spanish term for village. But the place is considered the resting place for our people. It was meant as a place that our civilization would prosper. So it's believed that our ancestors settled there, and this was the land that was told that was prepared for us. So the name Ago is that, a place prepared. We are really rich into the pottery culture. That's our pretty much our main product, if you will, or kind of our main traditional art from where I'm from. And it goes back for years, and vessels that were created were meant to carry water, hold seeds for planting, just about anything for storage. And here's an example of a very old piece that's in our family collection, not even named, just kind of given a name there and a low price actually. So someone actually sold this along the side of the road, probably along Route 66. The pottery tradition is carried on by numerous families back home. This is a piece by a good friend, Mary Seymour, utilizing the lightning design. And the clays themselves come from the Acoma lands. They're all natural clays, especially in the pottery, traditional potteries. And the pigments are also of the vegetation that grows around the area, and they're mixed with various other substances that are natural to adhere to the pots. And we're best known for the white clay and the black designs. So the monochrome or the polychrome, which you see here with some orange or ochre colors. This is actually a wedding vase. The olla, which is the Spanish term for the pot scene here, is much more the basic design you see a lot in the Southwest in shops and people that still make today. This is a little more modern being that it's made out of ceramic. This is one of my aunt's work, my aunt Priscilla, and she uses the orange and black as well. We've progressed to do other things. Another grandmother of mine does figurines or storytellers. Usually the children are fixed on a larger lady, and so they're called storyteller figurines. And then more contemporary, getting into designs that are from poured ceramic, still utilizing a lot of the basic designs, lines, vegetative kind of designs, leaves here, a lot of fine line detail, animals, memories animals, some like to call. And I've actually had my hand in pottery making as well, and this is a more recent piece, and some designs you might actually recognize for my style of design and fashion. So that kind of is just kind of the background of Acoma, and I kind of went into it a little more detail than I wanted to, but there are a lot of stories that influence what I do. A lot of stories that are taken into my art and my fashion. And one of the major things is the traditional dress of our women back home. And there's an example next to me right here. This is a little more of the more modern, like to say modern traditional, because it doesn't. This one doesn't incorporate a manta. Manta is usually an overlaying a garment that accompanies the underdress, and the underdress is a little more ornate in design. Usually a lot more printed, floral, pictorial kind of designs. But to get the idea of what the women usually wear, this is it. You know, kind of a long sleeve dress. And this dress is actually one that I designed, utilizing my textiles. Worn with the traditional belt, woven belt, and this is one that's woven with the red and the green and the whites, representative of just traditional colors, recognizing the earth, the sky, vegetation. And a lot of times the women are decorated with a back apron, and the back apron is actually more of like a cape. And this, for example, here is one of my scarf designs. And so taking a lot of those elements from our traditional women's dresses placed back into what I do. Because of the idea of the whole matrilineal culture that we believe in, or the women are held in high regard, and really want to take that idea and place it into my designs. The whole idea of evoking empowerment, and evoking empowerment in the feminine spirit. So that's what you see me getting out of what we believe in, and wanting to share it with you, wanting to share it with other women who want to be adorned in that way and express their empowerment. So that's the traditional dress, and again, like I said, you'll see the influence in a lot of my work, along with the pottery influence, heavy on the pottery influence. Always loved designs of our traditional art, and really wanting to express that in a different way, not just having it as something sitting on the shelf, but something to be worn. So really my designs are recognizable by the use of the Acoma pottery designs. And as you've seen here, this is a design from the Shattered collection, which incorporates kind of the two things that I just spoke of, and the pottery designs, which are the heavy black and white geometric designs, and then the red sash, which is representative of honor, courage, the bloodline, life. It represents a lot of things to different cultures in the Southwest, and it's usually something that's worn by several of the cultures here in the Southwest, and Acoma Pueblo being one of them. But again, wanting to take this idea of using the pottery designs into more contemporary styles. So here's one that I've worked on and presented just recently. So there's a lot of culture. We're really rich in our culture, and we love to share the pottery designs. A lot of great potters coming out of home, and we encourage you to check out the kind of art that comes out from the Acoma Pueblo, and see the progression in the pottery arts. But that's all I have to share today with the culture side of things. So thanks again for following, and we'll see you again on the next post.